Our top story tonight, a case that shocked the coastal empire for years, now closed. Elwyn Crocker Sr. pleading guilty this morning in Effingham County, admitting to the murders of his two children, Elwyn Jr. and Mary Crocker. Their bodies were found buried in the family's backyard in 2018, a discovery that sparked a years-long investigation into what prosecutors described as horrific abuse. Today's plea deal takes the death penalty off the table and guarantees that he will spend the rest of his life in prison. WSAV's Sarah Smith was the only reporter inside the courtroom with a camera. She joins us now with what happened there today and the reaction from prosecutors.
Well, Ben, District Attorney Robert Busby says the decision to drop the death penalty wasn't easy, and he knew this would be difficult for the community to understand. He says this negotiated plea was the next best thing and keeps Elwyn Sr. from harming anyone else ever again.
Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Are you in fact guilty?
Yes, sir.
Video inside the courtroom exclusive to WSAV shows Elwyn Crocker Sr. entering a negotiated guilty plea for the abuse and murders of his son and daughter, Elwyn Jr. and Mary Crocker. The death penalty dropped. Elwyn Sr. sentenced to life in prison without parole. District Attorney Robert Busby says he's not satisfied, but this was the best option his office had due to the age of the case and witnesses passing away or disappearing.
This is certainly not justice, and frankly, based on the facts in this case, the death penalty would not have been justice.
One key witness, co-defendant Roy Prater, died earlier this year. Busby says Prater's passing would have left a major gap in testimony against Elwyn Sr. in a jury trial.
He spoke to law enforcement for hours and hours and hours. He incriminated co-defendants. He described what happened inside the house. His passing means all of that evidence that he was going to provide for us is now gone.
Busby provided a timeline of the abuse and murders. Elwyn Jr. was confined in a metal dog crate without food and water, subjected to mental and physical abuse until the child died in the fall of 2016. And Mary Crocker, also confined to a smaller dog crate without nourishment and sexually abused before her death in the fall of 2018. Both siblings' bodies placed in trash bags and buried in the family's property.
What these children went through, there is no punishment available under the law. That would be justice in this case.
Co-defendants Candace Crocker, Kimberly Wright, and Mark Wright entered guilty pleas related to the murders. The case, which has haunted this community, now officially closed.
It is a relief that it's over, but it's certainly mixed feelings. I was very driven to get the maximum sentence in this case, and it was disappointing that it ended up being life instead. But yeah, it is a relief.
There was a third child in the Crocker home when this abuse and the murders took place, according to the district attorney's office. James Crocker, who has cerebral palsy, can now avoid the possibility of testifying now that this case is not going to trial. Sarah Smith, WSAV News 3, on your side.